Major Slack Videos.
Well, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk this more control. This is part 2 of the My Brother's Keeper mission and the dreaded Salvador boss fight. I'm going to hand this on over to Gamer Slack because there's no way that commentary could Slack pull this off. It's just way too hellacious. First of all, when you get to this control point here, you get a whole bunch of new upgrades, weapon upgrades available. And I've been saving up for Pierce. So I'm definitely going to get this. Now have enough entropic echo to get Pierce. This is a great upgrade to make at this point in the game. Definitely getting that. I can also get spin. However, a new weapon form has come on board. Charge, which is basically like a rocket launcher, which I consider way better than the upgrade to spin. And they both share the same required materials. Corrupted sample. I would much rather spend the corrupted sample on charge rather than upgrading spin. I will upgrade spin later on, but charge is definitely the priority here. So I'm not going to upgrade spin even though I have all the materials and the money to do it. Alright? And because we upgraded Pierce, we can now put 2 mods on it. So now I'm just deciding which mods to put on it. Definitely one of the mods you want to put on is the weapon armor damage, because we're going up against Salvador. Even though I actually use grip on Salvador, I found it a lot better. But Pierce also works pretty good too. At any rate, you want at least one weapon armor damage mod on Pierce because it helps with other enemies who are armored. And here I'm just going to finally decide on the Pierce aimed fire boost damage mod, which is specific to Pierce. Okay, so those mods putting on that. Now that control point that we just that I stopped the previous video at, I made a mistake. I thought this was the last control point before the nice catch. Not so nice catch. I thought this was the last control point before the Salvador boss fight. I was wrong. I should have ended at the next control point to get as close to the Salvador boss fight as possible. We're gonna have to fight through these guys. And here, I just happened to be over the control point. I was trying to seize that elevated, and I ended up grabbing the control point. Looks like one of the enemies is doing a little fumble fingering of his own. When I play this game without having to do live commentary, I get in this zone, this complete zone. It's just fantastic. I just, you know, once I get going, I'm zipping around and popping and fizzing like, you know, it's a riot. It's a total riot. Okay, so we have to go up to floor 4, altered items unit.
Wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
just ignore that. That's the fridge duty quest. That is way above our pay grade. That's one of the toughest bosses in... No, not one. It is the toughest boss in the game, bar none. Fridge duty boss. We're gonna have to get unlimited ammo before we take on that guy. Well, you don't have to. I've seen people take him on without unlimited ammo. But it's a lot easier when you have unlimited ammo. And that's a special, unique mod that we'll be getting shortly. That fits onto the grip weapon form. Pretty sure that was the fridge duty quest.
This is an old
Ain't war hell? Alright, pardon me. Now, if you blow the Salvador boss fight, you're gonna have to fight all these enemies again. What I would recommend is just using evade to kind of speed run through them. So you don't have to, unless you want to fight them all again.
I need to cleanse it.
Okay, and now we kind of get locked into the arena with Salvador. That's coming up after this. Alright, here we go. Salvador boss fight. He's hiss warped, I believe. He's got a shield and he launches stuff at you, and the launch stuff does a ton of damage. Plus it's got a whole bunch of minions. That's him right there. What you can do is you can go in and you can't shoot him right now, but you can go in and ambush him. Go straight up, get right in front of him, and just pile into him with your whatever weapon you have. I would recommend the grip. And then, as soon as you empty out your pistol, start launching at him. And you can do a lot of damage before the fight even gets underway. I strongly recommend that you do this. So that's what I'm doing now. Get up as close as possible. Boom, 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 boom. And then empty out your launch. 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 And launch. They do a lot of damage. Some of them miss, but... And then go over here. This is the best standoff point right here. It provides you a lot of cover from Salvador. And now I strongly recommend that you use your Pierce to shoot down all the hanging guys right away. Because they're going to spawn during the fight. And you can kill them now. And then watch your right flank, because that's where all the enemies are going to be coming from. And use launch to take care of those guys. And watch your left flank for Salvador. And whenever Salvador, you feel you have a good shot on Salvador, whenever the coast is clear, the way to take on Salvador is with your shield. Make sure you take care of all these guys first from cover. Okay, so now everything's pretty clear. It's just Salvador. Pop up your shield, blast at him, Go hard at him with the pistol. Or pierce, and then pop up the shield again. Rinse and repeat. And continually watch your flanks for his minions to spawn. Blast the shield. Go at him hard with the pistol until you empty out your clip. Put up the shield again. And he's almost dead. Use launch on the minions. Waiting for my energy to recharge. And he threw a grenade. And that's it. Nope, wait. A little more. There you go. That's how to take down Salvador. Nice and easy.
That thing was Salvador, the head of security. His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
By the way, I must have died about a dozen times developing this strategy. And easily lost about 10,000 source and death taxes. So it's not like I just walked in and did that right away. I tried all kinds of things. And then when I discovered that that cover right there, and then realized that Salvador is a lot weaker if he just took down all his minions first.
The TV.
So yeah, that strategy was
Another
really
object
solid.
of power going nuts. Here we go again.
Alright, so this object of power is going to give us the great levitation skill. It's really going to open the game right up. And I'm just going to ignore that. And now it's the levitation astral plane. And I'm going to switch back over to commentary Slack because there's a lot of things about levitation that are best handled with live commentary. So, commentary Slack, you're up to bat. Okay, here we go, commentary Slack. We have the levitate skill, levitation, I'm going to call it levitate. It's activated by pressing the jump button. Okay, if you press the jump button, tap the jump button, you jump. If you hold down the jump button, you levitate. And you stay levitated for a certain amount of time. That could be extended by using getting skill points. Alright? While you're levitated, you can do everything else that you can normally do while you're on the ground. You can shoot, you can put up your shield, you can launch stuff, everything. Alright? So keep that in mind. Especially evade. Okay? This is really useful, using evade while you're levitated. While you're levitated, if you're like up really high, first of all, to get out of it, to like drop down at any time, just tap the jump button again. So you levitate. Let's say you don't want to stay up there for the length of time, just tap the jump button and you'll fall back down. Now, if you're up really high, you're going to take fall damage. What you can do is levitate, tap, and just before you hit the ground, tap the jump button again and it will slow Jesse's descent. Okay, let's try this again. Levitate up. Now we're up really high. Tap to fall. Tap just before you hit the ground and it'll slow her descent. I'll try this one more time. I don't think I fully demonstrated that. See that? It slows their descent. Okay, so that's, keep that in mind. Right? Now we have to simply do this astral plane using the levitation skill. And we got these death blobs to evade. That's an example of slowing your descent. Okay, we have to get up there. Wait, watch it now. And we're good. Off the edge you go, and bye-bye. And it's that simple.
Okay, dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Okay, now you're gonna have to use the levitation skill to get out of Salvador's boss arena room. Obviously, because normally you couldn't jump that high, right? And now that we have a levitation, we can get up there. And be advised that there are now a lot of other places in the game that we can go that we previously couldn't get to. I forgot about these guys. Huh, they despawned. How about that? Huh, never knew that. Ouch! Oops, jeez. Yeah, that's the thing about levitation. You sometimes forget how high you are. Yeah, they have this to me all the time, so I can forget how high I am. Then my mom catches me. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Kidding, kidding. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school. Okay? Alright, so we have to get up to the 5th floor. That's where we're going, right there. And we're going to use the levitation skill to get there. What I want to do right now is get back to the control point and get healthy again. Ah, that's better. Okay. And now you can spend those 6 stability points. This is what I was saving it for. Ground slam. Okay, 10% to levitation duration, another 10% to levitation duration. And we've unlocked another personal mod slot. And ground slam. Whatever button you use to crouch, you can use that to ground slam while you're levitating. Okay? And you can ground slam in any direction. So this is actually really useful. See that? It's kind of a strange name for it, since like you can ground slam in any direction. You don't have to slam on the ground. You can ground slam sideways. So this is actually really useful for getting to places where you normally could not get to, and there's a lot of secret areas all around the game which require that levitating and then ground slamming to a certain location. I'll show you about that later. Get some extra ability points and some secret stuff and whatnot. I'll do a whole video about that. For now, let's levitate over there. And up we go. Over here. Come on, come on, get it. Oh, what's it? Oh my god! Okay, Mr. Fumblefingers is really bad with levitation sometimes. I always misjudge where I am and what's below me. And okay, so I gotta get up one floor. I could have done it down there. There's a number of staircases that'll take you up here, and we're going this way. Straight there, we're going the other way.
Dylan. He's so close.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you there, Jesse?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way. We need to get back.
There we go.
I have to see my brother.
And we have completed the mission. My brother's keeper. Two things you could do: simply exit the game to get back to the nearest control point, or go back there manually. I don't believe there's a control point in here, even though it looks like there was one. That's just a red light. The Great Escape. Oh wait, that's just nothing. Actually, we're coming back here later. I definitely recall some kind of like mega boss fight in here, in this exact same area. Okay, so I gotta get my control Or my levitation muscle memory happening. Alright, so let's get out of here. That's clearance level 6. Control point is down there. Normally, I would just exit the game because I don't trust myself. But just for gets and shiggles. There you go. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Alright, I'm lost. Fuck it. I think that's another reason why I typically exit the game to get back to where I want to go from this point. It's kind of confusing. Pardon my French. That's better. Oh, that's the upper panopticon. That's just panopticon. Oh, I get it. Right. Okay, just orientating myself. All right, so that's it. Thanks. Sorry, just getting totally immersed in this game. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know, so give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, stuff like that there, and I'll see you next time for some more Control. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.